What's up, YouTube viewers? This is Mike from the Mike Sports News Show, here to give you my reviews on the UFC 100 that took place July 11, 2009. Uh, my thoughts on this event, if I was to rate it out of a 10, I would give it an 8, because one fight that I thought was going to be an exciting fight kind of just went one-sided, but I'll talk about that on my review. But the build-up and excitement was a 10 out of 10. I think UFC did a great fight card, built up a great fight card for this event. It was one of the best fight cards that I've seen in quite a while. I'm only going to do the top 3 fights that people were waiting to see. Let's get started with the Dan Henderson Michael Bisping. As everybody knows, Dan Henderson knocked Michael Bisping out cold, finally shut him up, finally made him eat his words with the right hand. As everybody expected, that right hand was going to do damage, and it did. Knocked Michael Bisping out cold. But then he followed it up with a nice right elbow straight to the mouth, just for good measures, just to shut his mouth finally, because he did so much tracking in that, he did so much trash talking, sorry about that, so much trash talking in that Ultimate Fighter Season 9 that I was just like getting tired of hearing his voice, even through the countdown, saying that Dan Henderson wasn't going to be able to take him down and he was going to knock out Dan Henderson. These are like stupid remarks that, a stupid fighter would say. And the reason I'm calling Michael Bisping stupid was because throughout this whole fight, he circled to his left. What kind of stupid game plan is that? I know your camp didn't give you that game plan because they were yelling at you, telling you not to circle to his left. You know, I think he didn't look past Michael. I don't think he looked past Dan Henderson, but I think he thought Dan Henderson wouldn't have the power, or was just too old and he was gonna run over him. And he just got caught with the beautiful right hand. This is the fight of the night, and I think knockout of the night. Even though we didn't get another knockout, but I didn't think no other knockout would top that one. It was just a beautiful right hand that landed. If you didn't catch that fight, catch it. The futures for Dan Henderson, in my opinion, I think he should get his title shot. He's won three in a row. Rich Franklin, Michael Bisping. I don't know who that other guy is. I really can't think of his name. It's not at the top of my head. But he's won 3 in a row, And, that Rich Franklin win was impressive. And this one was just impressive with the, incredible knockout. So I think this is the best Dan Henderson we're going to get. I don't think there's any more or any less he has to prove. I think this is the best Dan Henderson we're going to get. And if we see that Henderson-Silva fight, it's going to be a different fight. It's going to be a different fight. It's not going to be like the first fight. Henderson looked like he was kind of tense. He looked like he wasn't relaxed. He didn't look comfortable in the octagon. But through these 3 straight wins, he's been looking like the old Dan Henderson that we've been seeing in Pride. So, it's going to be a different outcome if they fight again. Michael Bisping, his chin got exposed. I don't know what's in the future for him. And my takes, I think he should fight Thiago Alves. And I'll tell you that shortly why I think that. But let's get started with the second fight. Would be the UFC welterweight championship on the line. You got the champ George St-Pierre against Thiago the Pitbull Alves. I guess this fight has so much excitement in my eyes. I was just waiting for this fight. Ever since they announced it, I was just waiting for this fight, and was just disappointed. The performance that Thiago Alves put, I think I would think I thought I was gonna do much better, but didn't. Not to this George St-Pierre, or to not give George St-Pierre props, but George St-Pierre just dominated him. George St-Pierre, he's not arguably the best pound for pound. He is the best pound for pound MMA fighter out there. To destroy a guy that walks around in the weight of 200, 205, and I think he had to weigh at least 200 in that fight. There was just no. I think Thiago outweighed 200 in that fight, and George St-Pierre was just, you know, taking him down at ease. He, anytime he wanted to take the fight to the ground, he took it, and that's just that impressed me the most. You know that he took the fight to the ground whenever he wanted to. Uh, you know, ground and pound Thiago Alves throughout the whole fight. He gets the win by unanimous decision. I know every judge scored it for in his favor. I scored every round for him. I really don't know the judges' scorecards. If anyone gave Thiago Alves a round, it would be that third one. But I think George St. Pierre suffered an injury in that third round, but still fought two whole rounds with that injury. You know that shows what determination, what kind of courage this man has, and you know the welterweight division, the way he's looking right now, I don't see no one in that division that could take out George St. Pierre. I think uh, George St. Pierre is gonna have to move up. You know, he's done what he had to do in that welterweight division. To test himself, he would have to move up to middleweight, and to see how good of a fighter he really is. You know, fight these big guys, and if he does the same thing, you know, he could be the best um, mixed martial artist out there. You know, because he's just destroying these guys that are bigger than him and just taking them down at ease. So, you know, he is the best pound for pound fighter in the MMA world, in my opinion. Thiago Alves, like I said earlier, I think he should move up to middleweight, 185. It would He would only have to cut 15 to 20 pounds. You know, I think that cutting that weight from 30 to 35 pounds is finally getting to him. He looked tired after the second round. So moving on to middleweight, I think would be a comfortable weight for him. And just to test him, why not put him in there with Michael Bisping? He's coming off that brutal knockout. You know, these two dudes are coming off losses. You know, why not test Thiago Alves in middleweight? Why not put him up there with big guys? You know, let her get away 200 at fight night. You know, I think he'll do much better, and I would love to see Thiago Alves go up to middleweight. Let's go on to the main event for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. You got Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir. I think everybody thought, I think everybody's outcome for this fight played out the way this fight did. Either my outcome was either Brock Lesnar was gonna knock him out or Brock Lesnar was gonna ground and pound him. And what ended up happening, he took him down and just ground and pound him for one full round. Didn't go for no submissions or nothing. Second round, Frank Mir catches Brock Lesnar with a knee and days Brock Lesnar for a little bit. But Brock Lesnar takes it to the ground and grounds and pounds him all throughout that round till the referee steps in. He gets the win by TKO. Brock Lesnar, in my eyes, I don't think he should be champion. I think it was too early for him to get a title shot. I don't know why they gave him a title shot, But there's going to be someone out there that's going to expose his ground game. I don't think he has no ground game at all. He didn't go for even one attempt for a submission in this whole fight. So when he gets in there with someone that could take him down and expose his ground game, you're going to see the Brock Lesnar that they're trying to promote. He's going to be exposed. You know, in this MMA world, you just can't be ground and pounding. You can't just rely on that. Even though you have big hands or, you have the power, someone is going to take you down and expose your ground game. And I don't think he's working on his ground game. Why? Because he didn't go for one attempt for a submission in this whole fight. Those are my reviews. On updates, my updates, I'm going to be doing Juan Diaz, Paulie Malignaggi predictions, my UFC 101 predictions, and I'm going to see if I can do a Victor Tinian, Joseph Abeka review. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that one, but look out for that Juan Diaz, Paulie Malignaggi, and the UFC 100 video. UFC 101, I'm sorry about that, predictions. Until then, I'm out.